Today on the Matt and Ann Show, we welcome legendary running back, 2020 Hall of Fame inductee, Edgerrin James. Welcome to the show, Edgerrin.
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
We're doing great. First off, the biggest news in football right now, Tom Brady retired. Could you give us your thoughts on it and some of your memories you have playing against him?
Oh, man, anytime a guy plays for that long, you always want to commend them. It's a hard sport. It's a tough sport to be successful in over a long period of time. You wish him the best, and Tom Brady is one of the best to ever play the game.
Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite moment in your career?
Now, for me, it's just more just being involved in the NFL. You know, it was always a good moment for myself. It's always great to just even be part of that fraternity. So there's so many moments that you just can't say one versus the other. Some people they value certain things more than others. Myself, you know, I appreciate everything.
The Super Bowl matchup was locked in on Sunday. It's going to be Rams, Bengals. What's your thoughts on the game, and who do you think is going to win?
I just always hope for a good game. You know, I really don't pick sides. You know, it's not my team, but you always want to see a good game. You want the game to come down to the wire to keep everybody on the edge of their seats and just enjoy the game.
Absolutely.
Do you have any favorite? Do you have any stories of family?
Do you have any stories from your career, like favorite stories from your career?
Nah, my stuff is pretty much already noted. So anything that's out there, you pretty much can grab it. So for me, everything is already noted, and I just enjoyed the whole process. You know, there's so many moments that I don't just pick one over the other. So it had to be real specific for me to talk about it.
You played with the Colts for 7 years. What were your thoughts on their season this year? Carson Wentz, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman. What's your thoughts on the whole entire team?
Well, the team, you know, it's moving in the right direction. A couple plays here, there, they would have been advancing a little bit far. They didn't get a chance to make it to the playoffs, but if they would have gotten the playoffs, they would have probably been a pretty dangerous team with that running game.
Do you think Carson's the right guy, or do you think they should go in the draft and try to grab a quarterback this year?
I never play GM. You know, I just go out and see whatever shows up. I just try to say, okay, look, this was best. This was the team or organization decided. I don't try to be the GM. I just go out and just deal with what we have.
Awesome.
Man.
Back in 2005, you became a free agent. You went to the Cardinals. I heard that the Colts, when they won the Super Bowl in 2006, they gave you a ring. Is that true?
Yeah, all that stuff is all documented. You know, those things are documented. Those stories are all over. So you can find anything about that on the net already, you know, because it's been going on for years now.
Yeah. Can you imagine playing in the league with the pandemic right now?
It's one of those things where you have to deal with whatever the circumstances are. It's just like you go play in a cold weather game or a rainy game. You deal with whatever circumstances that arise as a football player. You just make adjustments.
Your last season in the league, you played in Seattle. What was it like playing in front of the 12th man? And is that the loudest crowd in football?
Well, I really don't know if it's the loudest crowd because the playoffs are the time where you really get a chance to experience the team, the actual fans, and the loudness. You know, the team wasn't that good, so you probably didn't get a chance to hear them as much as you would have wanted.
Where would you rank Tony Dungy, your coach for, I think, 4 seasons, as in the greatest of all time as coaches go?
Well, he's one of the greatest, and as far as numbers, like I'm a vague person. You know, he goes down as one of the greatest, and it's for everybody who's up for debating to decide where he's positioned at.
Do you have a favorite player that you like to play with? Or
I play with a great group of guys, you know, different teams, different situations. And, you know, when you say favorites, you know, it depends on what we're talking about. We're talking about on the field, off the field. We're talking about hanging out, all those different situations. So you have different people for different situations. but I was blessed to be playing in situations where I had a bunch of great people.
Absolutely. Can you tell us about your book, Gold Teeth to Gold Jacket?
Yeah, the book Gold Teeth to Gold Jacket is kind of a story that it kind of shows the climb from like a rags to riches type of story. You know, it has a lot of input in there, has a lot of information. Hopefully, when you read it, you can see yourself in there. You see the things you have to overcome, so many trials and tribulations, but you see a person that's destined to be somewhere because of the little things that they do. And anybody that have challenges to overcome, you know, that's no different from myself. And I try to point out a lot of different situations in the book.
And where can people find the book?
Well, the book, you can find it in 2 places or maybe a couple places, but if you go to edgerrinjames.com, you can find the book and they'll be shipped out immediately. And also, if anybody has an Amazon account, you can also go to Amazon and hit the link and you'll be able to purchase the book. I think Amazon, they come out on February the 8th. You know, if you're at edgerrinjames.com, you know, I have some signed copies right now for the first 1,000 people that order books, and the books are moving. The early bird special. And I think it is something that I think people would appreciate, the fact that they're getting a book and they're also getting a signature.
That's amazing. I want to thank you for joining us today. You're an absolute legend. Where can people find you on social media? And do you have anything you want to promote over in your book?
I appreciate coming on the show. Man, y'all guys did a great job. Had some good questions. And for myself, you know, you can find me at Edgerrin James on Instagram. I usually use that the most, but I'm trying to get my Twitter back. But everything is Edgerrin James. You can find me, and you can see all the content that I put out there. I'm always pushing stuff, pushing inspirational stuff, pushing things that kind of run parallel with the book.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Edgerrin James, everyone.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me, man. Y'all guys doing great, man.
Thank you.